Yeah, yeah.
I remember the Key Center store was just a little pit stop up there, and that was it.
Uh-huh, yeah.
So it made a big change, and I think that's why a lot of people are coming out here now, because property has changed a lot, and the prices from city life to country.
About how long would you say it took to get from Longbranch to Key Center before the highway was paved?
Well, I remember when I didn't have to come out here when it was dirt roads. Oh, but I do remember one thing in the fire department. There was no ambulance then.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the bridge went, the Narrows Bridge went down, my brother had a friend who came down. We didn't know it at the time, with a appendicitis attack. And so that's when I stayed down at Longbranch, then in the house down there, and there was no way to get to Tacoma. You had to take the ferry across.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to get the sheriff's car down. There was no ambulance. Had to get him in the sheriff's car and take him to Tacoma that way. No
Mm-hmm.
ambulance at all in those days. It was hard to get to Tacoma, to the hospital.
Sure. Do you happen to remember which was the ferry that was most in use at that time to get to Tacoma?
I don't remember. I don't remember then, that far back.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
So eventually they got him there in time, though.
Yeah.
And
he was just a kid.
Yeah.
But that's really a hard way to get the ambulance if you really had a big emergency.
When you were going to school in Longbranch, how many classmates were in your class?
I don't remember that far. I don't think there was very many, because they had maybe 2 or 3 classes in one room in those days. And being it's only a 2-room school, I don't know what the other rooms had. A lot of classrooms weren't even being used.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was very quiet.
Yeah. Did you ever go into Vaughan or Gig Harbor for any school there?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
What are your most delightful experiences out here on the Key Peninsula?
Oh, peace and quiet.
Peace and quiet, yeah.
I think it's the God's country out here.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have anything else you'd like to add that would be of interest?
Well, I don't know whether I should mention anything about Princess Angeline or not.
Go ahead.
Oh, my grandmother, when she was young, she lived in Seattle on the Duwamish River at one time, close by there. And she got acquainted with Chief Seattle's daughter, Princess Angeline, and she went to school with her.
Oh, wow.
And so in their way, they become good friends and everything through the years. And they used to sit and eat raw clams together.
Oh, wow.
So they really had a regular powwow in their days. I don't remember what year that was, though. Yeah. So that was quite interesting, because when I was living in Seattle, my Aunt Edith, she kept taking me up to Chief Seattle's grave every year when I was just a little kid. And I couldn't understand why they kept taking me up to that cemetery. And so they took me up there every year for maybe 3 or 4 times until I got older, and that's when they thought I was able to, understand why I was going up there. So they explained to me then, when I thought I was old enough to understand, that my grandmother went to school with his daughter Angeline, and they were quite friendly in those days in the school.
Oh, yeah.
There, that's it.
Oh, yeah. Neat.
So ever since then,
Yeah.
ever since then, that's been in my mind all the time.
There, you want to hang on to hold that up for the camera, and I'll try to zoom in on it here. For
in fact, Pike Place
Princess
Market
Angela.
one time in Halloween time, they think that
let's see.
it
Can
was
you hold it a
haunted.
little bit higher? Can you there? There you go. This is Princess Angeline. I'll just there. That's better. Okay, there. Yeah.
I didn't know whether I should bring that up or not.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh.
That's good. Were there Native Americans? Quite a few of them out here when you.
Oh,
came out?
yes, there were. When they got the property down here at Longbranch, my grandmother and grandpa, they found a lot of clamshells up on the bank where they were building the house.
Mm-hmm.
And there were clamshells all over down there. And they would, in those days, the Indians made camps all around out here, including behind our rental house.
Did you have any Native American friends or acquaintances that maybe went to school with you or
No,
that
I
you
didn't.
played with
No,
as a child? Yeah.
But that was quite interesting to me that my family had dealings with the native tribe and everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wish I knew them myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, if there's anything else you'd like to add, or we can.
No, I think I said enough for a while.
Okay, that's very good. Well, thanks a lot for participating in our.
Did I do a
historic
good
thing.
enough job?
You did a good job. This is
Oh,
good.
thank
yeah,
you.
This is exactly what this is all about.
Sometimes I wish Chief Seattle would come back and straighten up Seattle.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who wish that.
I
You could
really
probably
do
it,
because
too.
I think he'd be really disgusted with it. I really
yeah,
do.
I would think so.
Boy, I'd
Yeah,
have a lot
could
more
be.
to say if I met him.